You need to see this. Hey everybody, I'm here and we got to talk about something super important, keeping your digital life locked down. We're living in a world where our photos, documents, even our cat videos are basically gold to hackers. It's not just about someone snooping through your vacation pics anymore. This is about protecting your identity, your bank info, your whole digital life. Think about it. Every time you connect to the internet, you're essentially opening a door. You wouldn't leave your front door unlocked all night, right? So why treat your digital life any differently? All right, so let's talk about encryption. Now, I know what you're thinking. Encryption, that sounds complicated, man. But trust me, it's way easier than it sounds, and it's one of the best ways to keep your files safe. Think of encryption like putting your data in a super secure vault. Only you, with the right key, can unlock it. Even if someone manages to get their hands on your files, they'll just see a jumbled mess of characters. It's like trying to read a book written in a language you don't understand. So how do you actually do it? Well, a lot of operating systems like Windows and macOS actually have built-in encryption tools. You can encrypt your entire hard drive or just specific folders. It's like having a secret compartment in your digital world. And if you're really serious about security, you can even get yourself a dedicated encrypted external hard drive. These bad boys are like Fort Knox for your data. They usually come with some serious password protection or even biometric security features, so you know your stuff is safe. But encryption isn't just for your computer, oh no. You can even encrypt your emails and messages. There are tons of great apps out there that use end-to-end encryption, which means that only you and the person you're communicating with can read the messages. So yeah, encryption might sound a little intimidating at first, but it's honestly one of the most effective ways to protect your digital life. And the best part, it's easier to set up than you might think. You can start by using secure apps on your smartphone. Many apps offer encryption features that are just a tap away. Just head to your app store, search for encryption apps, and you'll find plenty of options to choose from. Follow the step-by-step guides provided by these apps, and you'll have your data secured in no time. So don't wait. Start encrypting your data today and enjoy the peace of mind that comes with knowing your information is safe and secure. Remember, encryption isn't just for spies anymore. It's for everyone who values their privacy and security in this digital age. Okay, so maybe encryption sounds a little too techy for you right now. It can be overwhelming, especially if you're not a tech-savvy person. That's cool. We've got other tricks up our sleeve. You don't need to be a computer genius to keep your data safe. Let's talk about hidden folders. This is a simple yet effective way to add a layer of security to your files. This one's about as straightforward as it gets. No complicated software, just a few clicks and you're good to go. It's like hiding your valuables in a secret compartment in your house. You wouldn't leave your cash or jewelry out in the open, right? Sure, it's not Fort Knox, but it's definitely better than leaving your stuff out in the open, right? A cluttered desktop is a hacker's dream. Now, hiding folders isn't foolproof, but it can be surprisingly effective, especially if you're dealing with someone who's not exactly a tech whiz. It's a simple deterrent. It's all about creating an extra layer of obscurity. The more steps someone has to take to find your files, the better. So how do you actually hide a folder? It's easier than you might think. Well, it's different for every operating system, but it's usually just a matter of tweaking a few settings. A quick search online can guide you through the process. You can make a folder invisible, or you can even disguise it as something else entirely. The choice is yours. For example, you can hide a folder within a system folder, or even rename it with a boring, generic name that no one would ever think to look for. Creativity is key here. It's all about being sneaky. The more inconspicuous, the better. Now, I know what you're thinking. Linus, this seems a little basic, and maybe even a bit too simple. And you're right, it is, but sometimes the simplest solutions are the most effective, but that's the beauty of it. It's simple, it's easy, and it can actually be pretty effective as a first line of defense. It's simple, it's easy, and it can actually be pretty effective as a first line of defense. Think of it as your first layer of protection. Just remember, this method is best used in combination with other security measures. It's not a standalone solution. Think of it like this. Hiding a folder is like locking your front door. It's a basic step, but an important one. It's a good start, but you wouldn't rely on that alone to keep your house safe, right? You'd add more layers of security like an alarm system or security cameras. Similarly, in the digital world, You should combine hidden folders with other security measures like firewalls, antivirus software, and strong passwords. By layering your security, you make it much harder for hackers to get to your valuable data. It's all about making your digital life as secure as possible. Chapter 3. Secure Cloud Storage, your data's personal penthouse suite. All right, let's talk cloud storage. It's the modern way to keep your files safe and accessible. Now, I know some of you are hesitant about putting your precious files out there on the internet. It can feel like you're sending your valuables into the unknown. And yeah, there are definitely some shady cloud services out there. You have to be cautious and do your research. But there are also some incredibly secure options that are like having a digital vault guarded by a team of ninjas. These services take security very seriously. We're talking about services that use military-grade encryption, two-factor authentication, and other advanced security measures. These features would make even the most determined hacker sweat. It's like trying to break into Fort Knox. But here's the thing, not all cloud storage is created equal. You need to choose wisely. You want to look for services that offer end-to-end encryption. This ensures your data is protected at all times. That means that even the cloud storage provider themselves can't access your data. It's completely private. It's like sending a postcard in a sealed envelope. Only the intended recipient can open it. Only the recipient can open it and read the message. Your data remains confidential. Now, some of these secure cloud storage services might cost you a few bucks a month. It's an investment in your peace of mind. But let's be real, peace of mind is priceless, right? Knowing your data is safe is worth every penny. Plus, it's usually cheaper than buying an external hard drive, and you don't have to worry about physical damage or loss. And you get the added convenience of accessing your files from anywhere in the world. Whether you're at home, at work, or on vacation, your files are just a click away. But it's not just about choosing the right service, you also need to use it wisely. You also want to be smart about how you use it. Follow best practices to keep your data secure. Use strong, unique passwords for each of your cloud accounts. This is your first line of defense. And enable two-factor authentication whenever possible. It's an extra layer of security that can make a big difference. It's like having a security guard check your ID before letting you into your own vault. Your data deserves the best protection. Chapter 4. File Shredding. When you need that data gone, gone, gone. Okay, so we've talked about protecting your files, but what about when you need to get rid of them for good? I'm talking about those sensitive documents, those embarrassing photos, those files you don't even want to think about anyone else seeing. That's where file shredding comes in. It's like taking your data to the digital shredder and turning it into confetti that no one can ever put back together. Now, you might think that just deleting a file is enough, but unfortunately it's not that simple. When you delete a file, it's not actually gone from your hard drive, it's just hidden from view. Kind of like that embarrassing childhood photo your mom still keeps in the attic. But with a good file shredding tool, you can make sure that your data is gone for good. These tools overwrite the deleted files with random data, making it virtually impossible to recover them. And the best part? Most file shredding tools are super easy to use. You just select the files you want to shred, and the software does the rest. It's like having a digital hitman for your data. Now, I know what you're thinking, Linus. This sounds a little extreme. And you know what? Sometimes it's better to be safe than sorry, especially if you're dealing with sensitive personal or financial information. Chapter 5. Password-Protected Archives, your file's secret handshake. All right, let's talk about password-protected archives. These are like creating a secret club for your files, and the password is the secret handshake. Only those who know the password can get in. Now, there are tons of different archive formats out there, but the most common ones are zip and RAR files. These formats let you compress multiple files into a single, convenient package, and then you can slap a password on that bad boy for an extra layer of security. The great thing about password-protected archives is that they're super versatile. You can use them to protect sensitive files on your computer, or you can use them to securely share files with others. And the best part, creating a password-protected archive is usually as easy as right-clicking on a file or folder and selecting the Add to Archive option. Then, you just choose a strong password, and you're good to go. But here's the thing. The strength of your password-protected archive is only as good as the password you choose. So don't be using password 123 or your pet's name, all right? Choose a strong, unique password that's at least 12 characters long and includes a mix of uppercase and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols. It's like creating a complex lock that only you have the key to. Outrow, stay safe out there, internet friends. So there you have it, 5 powerful ways to keep those pesky hackers at bay. Remember, protecting your digital life isn't about being paranoid, it's about being proactive. It's like wearing a seatbelt in a car. You might not ever need it, but you'll sure be glad you have it if you do. So take some time to implement these methods and breathe a little easier knowing that your data is safe and sound. And hey, if you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more tech tips and tricks. And let me know in the comments down below what other security measures you use to protect your digital life. Stay safe out there, internet friends.